Once Anakin dons the suit of Darth Vader, he is ultimately hindered not only by just his injuries, severed limbs, melted ears, and scorched lungs, but more so, the suit itself was designed to torture him. Now, before we begin, I will mention some positives about Vader's suit only on the outside, however. It could block blaster fire, it survived a blow to his neck and shoulder by Luke's lightsaber, protected him mildly from carbonite freezing, and it keeps him alive in space. Now, there were many times during both canon and legends that he had the chance to upgrade his suit, in which he did. However, nothing more than just tightening the grips on his robotic hands so that it could crush his own lightsaber, as stated in The Rise and Fall of Darth Vader, the novel. There was one time in Legends that he had the opportunity to get a completely new suit that would make him able to move almost like he used to as Anakin Skywalker. However, the operation had a high chance of him dying when moving from his suit to the other. There were countless wires and cybernetic implantations into his body that we didn't see under the suit, such as a long tube that went deep down his trachea to help his voice changer pronunciate his words from a whisper. Now, in the expanded universe, he did end up insulating the electrical circuits and wires to remove the vulnerability to electrocution. He also went on countless missions, as we have seen in the new canon Darth Vader comics, as well as the times he led solo missions to distant worlds in Legends. So with all of these chances, opportunities, and choices, why didn't he just upgrade his suit? Some may say it's because Palpatine would have caught on to Vader's plans to become more powerful. Others would say that he simply didn't have time. But the real reason is that Vader's suit was designed perfectly by being so imperfect. Vader gained strength from his pain. The dark side grew with anger and suffering. From the loss of Padme, the betrayal towards his friends, the slaughtering of the younglings, which he would recollect on time to time as sourced in The Rise and Fall of Darth Vader. Everything from the constraints of the suit to the constant flashing lights that interrupted his sleep to the pain of his leathery skin every time he moved. Each discomfort physically and emotionally fueled him at the Emperor's hand. The only time he could escape was in the Bacta tank. When Palpatine actually told Vader that he killed Padme in his anger, Vader actually tried to reach out and kill him, while his anger force crushed all things around him. However, it was his realization that he was not the man that he used to be, and that Palpatine was all that he had left. George Lucas said in an interview that had Anakin not lost to Obi-Wan, or at least not been injured, he would have become twice as powerful as the Emperor. But now, with all of his setbacks, he was only 80% as strong, and therefore never able to overthrow his master. The dark side feeds on hatred, fear, anger, and suffering, and these are all the things that Vader is consumed by. It was the understanding that he killed his wife which made him disconnect from Anakin almost entirely, demoting him to a mere memory for the most part of the rest of his life, and entering the dark side completely, born through anger and suffering. Palpatine knew this, and he couldn't be more proud. This carried Vader all the way until Return of the Jedi, where we see Luke and his love for his father bring Vader back to the light and help Anakin finally break free of Vader's control. Do you wish Vader upgraded his suit? What do you think would have happened? I have made a theory about it, which you may have seen from 1 month ago. Let me know what you think of all of this, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, remember,
the Force will be with you, always.
Now, fulfill your destiny.